Hello everyone, once again welcome to the guidance and counseling class. Today in this class we are going to discuss about qualities of counselor and what are the skills the counselor must develop to provide relevant and effective counseling to the students. In the previous videos we were discussed about the approaches of counseling, the based on the age group of the students, maturity level of the students, and depending upon the problems what they are having. So all these criteria the counselor has to follow while selecting the appropriate approach. Then only he or she can give a relevant or suitable counseling to the students. So apart from that, the counselor must have a special type of qualities, and also they have to develop special type of skills to provide a effective counseling to the client or a student. Qualities of a counselor. The personal and professional qualities of counselors are very important in facilitating any helping relationship. A counselor must be well equipped to assist individuals to make adjustments and live a happy and harmonious life. For effective counseling, the counselor must be equipped with two kinds of data. That means, so to provide effective counseling for a student, the counselor must collect the two types of data. The first, he must have data relating to the counselor's background aptitudes, achievements, interests, plans, etc. Further, he must have the skill to interpret this data. That means, to provide special type of counseling to the students, the counselor has to know very well about an individual or a person with regarding to his aptitudes. Aptitude is nothing but a inborn capability or inborn potentiality of a student. So that's why he has to understand clearly his achievements. Achievements are nothing but scholastic achievements or other special achievements of students. Interest, what he wants to become, what he wants to select, what he wants to do, all those things. And plans, future plans, what he is having. So like that he has to collect a huge information about an individual, and so that based on that collecting the data or information, he has to interpret in a meaningful way. That is also most important skill the counselor has to develop. So by going through for example, if the counselor collected the marks of different subject regarding to a particular student, he has to go through and how he is going to be interpret the marks obtained by an individual from the different unit tests. He has to interpret in such a way that uh, which subject he is having a very good marks, low marks, and the writing way of writing of answers, etc. Like that he can go ahead and he can counsel in such a way based on the collected data. Interpretation is a very important part when we are analyzing in a proper way and interpreting in a right way, so that it is possible objective way, so that we can provide a suitable counseling to overcome of the particular problems what he or she is having. Secondly, the counselor must have information about the areas in which the counselee may seek his assistance. These areas may be educational or personal. So, that type of information the counselor has to have. So, maybe personal related and as well as educational. Personal qualities the counselor has to possess in the following way. So, this one helps to provide a relevant and appropriate type of counseling to the students. So, that's why the counselor must develop the following types of qualities. He knows the demands and responsibilities of the counseling profession. He knows the aims and objectives of the counseling. Yes, of course, we were discussed in the earlier videos aims and objectives of the counseling. That means the first unit actually deals with completely about the theoretical background of the guidance and counseling. Unless of knowing a theoretical background or a concept of these two particular process, not possible to provide the process in a right way or in an effective way also. That's why one must has to understand clearly about a theoretical background, then it is possible to apply in a practical way also. The ground theory is very necessary. So in that way the professional quality is regarding to that the counselor must know the aims and objectives of counseling in a proper way. The next, he or she is aware of the steps and techniques involved in the counseling process. What are the steps the has to be followed? Because systematically he can follow the procedure. Techniques also. So that is most important. What are the techniques he can adopt to provide counseling or to collect the data? So he or she has the best interest of the counselee in counselee in mind and receives the trust of the counselee. Yes, this is a give and take type of mutual interaction between the mutual respect and mutual interaction between the counselor and counselee. He is confident and well versed in the methods and approaches of counseling. So the he or she should be confident. That is true also. So he is going to give and helping an individual, he is having a problem. So that the counselor must be very confident in such a manner. He is helping an individual to solve the problems his or her own way. So that's why he must use the different approaches of counseling depending upon the age group of the student or depending upon the problems what they are having or any other things. So these are the some personal qualities the counselor has to possess. The second one, it is personal qualities. What are the other personal qualities the counselor must possess? The counselor respects the client's individuality and dignity. Yes, this is a mutual give and take type. So the counselor has to respect the client's individuality because everybody differs with respect to their own psychological way or so many other aspects. He knows the psychology of each client, how they think and behave. Yes, this is about the counselor must have psychology of each client means nothing but psychology of each child. So he must aware of all those things. Psychology of the knowledge has to be, he has to get about the psychology of each child. Psychology in the sense in the uh, what type of the behavior the each student is having, what type of the behavioral problems or behavioral related things he has to be understand. He is a kind and sympathetic to clients problems and anxieties. Is kind enough so that he is going to be help. Is gentle especially when sorting out corrective measures. He is dignified and neat in his manners, speech, and appearance. Yes, dignified. So, neat in his manners. Manners, nothing but way of approaching with the client or a students. All these things are very important so that it possible to convince a client to share his personal information in a with a clarity. That is most important. He is in control of his emotions, especially of anger, impatience and frustrations. Yes, of course every student differs, every client differs with respect to his problems, so many other things sometimes. So it may go out of the control, but even though the counselor should have the emotion control about his emotions. So you should not get quickly frustrated with the responses or follow up nature of the students or a client. So this is very important. He is able to use humor and laughter in his counseling, laugh with clients but not laugh at them or them at him. This is important. Good sense of humor is very important. So in the counseling process, if the counselor is having a very good sense of humor, then it is possible to uh, the client can get in relaxed, and he can share all his problems and other things with the counselee. This is very important. It's not like that very serious type of process. So they are going to be by in a relaxed situation, they can come up with the good solutions for the problems. Apart from the professional as well as personal qualities, the counselor must develop very specific skills when they are going to provide a counseling. Communication skills. Effective counselors should have excellent communication skills. Counselors need to have a natural ability to listen and be able to clearly explain their ideas and thoughts to others. Yes, counselor should have a very good communication skill. Communication means exchanging of ideas with a clarity. So very important. What he wants to convey, what he wants to help or assistance with regarding to the problem solving solutions, the client must be understand very clearly, and he has to follow in such a way that he has to have the communication skills. It is very important. So how he is approaching a client or a student, etc. Acceptance, the ability to relate to the clients with an open, non judgmental attitude, accepting the client for who she is and in her current situation. Counselors need to be able to convey acceptance to their clients with warmth and understanding. Acceptance is very important. Sometimes you may think like that, what is nonsense, it is very silly problem. So you may think like that. Sometimes it is big for a student, big problem or a big issue. So in such cases, just you have to accept and solve the problems. Next, empathy. Counselors must be able to display empathy, means the ability to feel what another person is feeling. Empathy means the ability to feel what another person is feeling. Empathy means that you are truly able to imagine what it's like to stand in someone else's shoes. That is nothing but what actually the client is feeling about his problems. You have to understand in that way, and you are going to help an individual to solve his problems, how it is like that. So from that their point of view, you have to understand clearly why they are feeling difficulties, whatever the problems with related to the behavioral problems or educational problems or personal problems that student they are having. We have to sit and we have to stand in from their point of view, and we have to imagine that one, and we have to guide accordingly. Compassion and empathy help your clients feel understood and heard. Okay, problem solving skills. So yes, of course, this is needed. This is one of the very important skill, I think, when we are providing counseling to the students, because everybody having their own problem that has to be solved in an effective way. For that purpose, we should develop a problem solving skills. The counselor must well versed with this particular type of skill. It's not up to a counselor to solve her client's problems, no matter how much she might want to help. But counselors must have excellent problem solving skills to be able to help their clients identify and make changes to negative thought patterns and other harmful behaviors. So yes, how we can solve our problems may be with related to the educational problems, vocational as well as personal problems. For this one, so the counselor has to develop in a such a way very systematically he can help how to overcome with related to these aspects of problems. So the it's going to be useful. So systematically identifying all those things, and what are the root causes for that, and after analyzing of all those things, which is the best suitable method or remedy to overcome such a problem. So he has to go in a very systematic way. The rapport building skills. Counselors must possess a strong set of interpersonal skills to help establish rapport with the clients and develop strong relationships. Counselors need to be able to place all of their focus on what their clients are saying and avoid being distracted by their own personal problems or concerns when they are in a session. Yes, this is a good rapport. When you are having a very good rapport, it is possible to help an individual or a student so that they can relax and they can open up and they can follow whatever the assistance or suggestions you are going to give. It is possible, otherwise it's not possible. Let them feel comfort, let them feel happy, let them feel convinced in a way so that they can share all the information and as well as follow all the instruction given by the counselor. In such a manner, the rapport building skills the counselor has to develop. Next one, it is self awareness. Yes, self awareness is the ability to look within and identify your own unmet psychological needs and desires, such as the need for intimacy or the desire to be professionally competent. This ability prevents your issues from affecting or conflicting with those of your clients. Self awareness has a major impact on counselors' effectiveness. Yes, this is very important. Self awareness. So, the next, multicultural competency. Counselors help people from all walks of life. All walks of, multicultural means all walks of life. That is very important. Means that multicultural competency means that you try to relate to and understand your clients regardless of their race, ethnicity, religious or political beliefs or socio-economic background. So this is one such type of competency. So the counselor is focusing about an individual and problem what he is having as a general individual, rather than he is not seeing, not observing or not focusing about his religion, caste, etc., socio-economic background. So this is multicultural competency is very important. This is a very special type of skill, the competency the counselor has to be practiced. Then only it is possible to provide unbiased and very objective way type of counseling to the client so that it is possible to solve their problems. Otherwise it won't become very good or it won't become effective counseling process. We should not think about all those things. We have to focus only on individual as a person and of course the problem, rather than going with the behind that those things. That is also important. Multicultural competency is very important at that particular point. So this is going to be very useful. Only unless of to see other, to provide relevant guidance, we have to collect the data with regarding to the socio-economic background. Apart from that, we should not provide the counseling. So by going with the socio-economic background only, that is the way actually. Okay, so the next conclusion. In addition to all the qualities mentioned above, the counselor must have qualities of a good personality. So this is very important. So additional of all those skills and qualities, personal as well as uh, professional qualities. So the counselor must have a good personality. Personality is nothing but how he looks, how he speaks, all those things, how he helps, the way of approach, all these things. Good character, it is also very important, because when we are giving guidance or assistance to a secondary school students, they are thinking, so we are like ideal persons for them, ideal in the sense all the way. So we must also have a good character. It's very important. When a good character person is giving something or assisting or counseling, then only it is possible to follow up, otherwise it's not possible. And wholesome philosophy, health, emotional stability is very important. Not easily get frustrated, not easily to get anger, all those things. So the emotional stability only gives the uh, idea about understanding of the client's problem, otherwise not possible. So that you can come up with a new solution how to solve the problems of an individual. Next, approachability. So the way of approachability, easily accessible and convincible and how you are approaching that way. Thus approaching means the way of your convincing to your client or a student, so that he is possible to express his all feelings and sharing all his whatever the fears and problems, so that it is possible to understand the problem of a students. You can counsel in a right way. So that is most important way of approaching. Some of are very rude in nature, some of are very strict, some of them like that. We should not. This is also going to be useful for every teacher also. As a teacher also, you have to be very approach, a good way of approachability with the students. This is most important. Some teachers are very strict. I agree with the strictness where we are expecting from the students. It is not always works for every work of the school life. So we have to be approachable. So the how we are calling students like that, not with like that they are kids. So we have way of approach is very important. So here also, and intelligence, this is also required, these qualities. So then only it is possible to understand clearly about the psychology of each and every student differs. Based on that, we have to provide a guidance to the students, as well as we can counsel. And broad knowledge and interest in guidance, that is most important. So we should have a broad knowledge with different aspects of the life and child psychology. Apart from the only the counseling process, we should have the use knowledge and information regarding the different related aspects. And interest in guidance, most important. You must show interest when you are providing guidance and counseling. And personal working conditions and understanding of socio-economic conditions. So these are all also the qualities of a counselor. In short, a counselor should have qualities of head and heart. Nothing but what we head is nothing but related to the knowledge, isn't it? Knowledge of all these things. Theoretical background, that is, what is the guidance, what is counseling, what are the differences between guidance and counseling, and what are the different approaches of counseling, what are the aims and objectives of the counseling, what are the tools and techniques of counseling, and what are the steps of counseling. All these things comes under the qualities of head. That is nothing but the knowledge about all these concepts. That is nothing but theoretical background of the guidance and counseling. And heart means which directly related to the all these other qualities he has to possess, isn't it? So he should be very patient. He should treat the client in a very approachable way, and is having emotional, is have a control over on his emotions, all these things. That's why qualities of head and heart, what we are saying. It is wiser to say counseling is more of a heart matter than head matter. So that is nothing but we have to think like that what the client is thinking, and we have to connect with them, and we have to help in such a way that he has to solve his or our own problems. So that's why in short we can say counseling is more of a heart matter than a head matter. That's why it is said to be the counseling is a very systematic process like that. Okay, these are the certain qualities and qualities of a counselor. So qualifications of a counselor, nothing but apart from this qualities, he has to cultivate all those things and he can get an information about all those things. Qualifications he requires. Sometimes you can also become a counselor because you opted and studied one of the optional subject, that is guidance and counseling, in your B.Ed course. You can become a counselor at secondary school level, or otherwise if you the counselor can have a diploma degree in guidance and counseling, or he may studied about psychology paper with related to the child psychology or growth and development, one of the major subject, MA in psychology or BA in psychology, BSc in psychology. Some universities they have a BSc in psychology, or diploma course in guidance and counseling, or master degree in guidance and counseling, PhD in guidance and counseling. Like that, some universities they are having a specialization directly with the guidance and counseling, or else so MA in psychology, there they can study guidance and counseling as one of the content also. So these are the certain some of the universities and private institutions also they are offering a certificate course of guidance and counseling. Maybe it is like a 3 months course or 6 months course, like that. The short term courses certificate course also you can get. So based on that you can become a counselor. So this is also going to be useful. So see, these are the some qualifications they have to prerequisite to become a full time or part time counselor in a school. This is also very important. Apart from these qualities, the to know the theoretical background, you must have a studied guidance and counseling as one of the major subject. This is about qualities of a counselor. I hope all of you develop all these qualities when you are providing counseling your student. Yes, of course, when we are handling a secondary school students, so the such type of students having a very huge problems in their every walk of life. Not only I am saying it is a big problem, maybe frustrations and anxieties, anger, stress, depression, dilemmas, conflicts, all these things. To solve such things every walk of life, they need require counseling at the secondary school level, because it is said to be a transitional period from childhood to the adulthood. So this is an adolescent period, means it is a transitional period what we are saying. So there is a transition from childhood to the adulthood. So the lots of changes with respect to the psychological growth and development, maybe physical changes, emotional growth and development taken place in a user change, drastic change, of course intellectual way, social changes, all these things taken place in a rapid way. So the keeps on changing, because of due to these things they are not coping up with the everyday situations. So for in such cases definitely they require counseling. For that purpose, so one must has to be trained and well versed with these special qualities to provide a relevant guidance to the students. So that's why it is very important. I hope all of you understood about all these qualities. ಸೊ ಜನರಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿಬೋದು. ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರ ಈಗ, ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಓದೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ ಅಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿ ಎಡಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಕಾಲಜಿ ಓದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಬಿ ಎ ಇನ್ ಸೈಕಾಲಜಿ ಓದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಮ್ ಎ ಇನ್ ಸೈಕಾಲಜಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅಥವಾ ಎಮ್ ಎಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೇಜರ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ PhD ಇನ್ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಂಥವ್ರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಫುಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ನ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶ ಬರಲಿದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕೋಪಿಂಗ್ with the keeps the societal changes, ಏನು ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ವಿತ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಎಜುಕೇಷ್ನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ವೊಕೇಶ್ನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ವಿತ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವೇ ದ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗೂ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯೋಗ ಟೀಚರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲೇ ಶಾಲೆಗಳು ಒಬ್ಬ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ನ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವೇ ಪರ್ಸಂಟೇಜ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೀ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ಡ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಟಗ್ರಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ education. It has to move parallelly along with the teaching and learning process. ನಾವು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಾಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎನ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೇ to develop good personality or well integrated personality among our students. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಬೇಕು ಇದನ್ನು. ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದೀವೋ ಬರೀ ಥಿಯರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಓದಬೇಡಿ, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮುಂದಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದಷ್ಟು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.